Hey, welcome. My name's Thomas. For those of you who do know me or don't know me, I wanted to share a video where I'm just being myself and showing you around my space and how I live. I've got a bottle of whiskey here, and I'm gonna open that up in a minute, and I have my office space. I wanna show you kind of how I work. I'm an entrepreneur. I help contribute to a number of businesses, and so I'm often at a desk, and I started my company to help people who are working at a desk like myself get out of pain that comes from working at a desk and hunching and all the things that happen to the human body. So let's just hang for a bit. Yeah. I find that I really spend a lot of time trying to get things perfect and have things dialed in to a T. And with the internet, it's like, especially I was sharing about this today, like being someone who, I share on social media, and that's how people find me in my business. And so it's, when you're posting on social media and with the intention of producing sales or producing, people who are going to reach out to you, something can sometimes get lost, and there's something that I'm committed that doesn't get lost, which is the connection, the personal connection. So that's really why I'm making this video. So I love Japanese whiskey. I love Japanese culture. Let me just show you my wallpaper here. Right, and the Miyazaki movies. This is a little painting my sister did, a print of a painting my sister did from the opening scene from Princess Mononoke. Those of you who love Miyazaki, you know what I'm talking about. And yes, Japanese whiskey is delicious. This is a bottle one of my clients gave me. I'm so very excited to open it up. I've been abstaining from alcohol for Lent, and it's Easter today. So let's celebrate. Cheers. Here's to dying and rising again from the ashes. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So yeah, this is where it goes down. This is where I spend a lot of my time during the workday. This is the monitor that I use, a widescreen LG 21:9. I love that aspect ratio. And then I teach classes over here. So here's the yoga mat. Got a little heater here. Sometimes it gets cold up here in Oregon. And then I've got all my equipment over here. I just recently bought a mace. I've got a pair of parallettes, a kettlebell, a medicine ball, and then some dumbbells. And some books, and my Mastering Inventing Oneself handout from a landmark seminar I'm participating in. And yeah. So when I'm actually working, how it looks, like what's my posture, where is the mouse and the keyboard and the top of the monitor, all this stuff, where is it positioned? So I make sure that when I'm working, my arms form a 90-degree angle, just like this, coming straight out. So they're not coming down, like reaching down on the keyboard, and they're not climbing up to the keyboard. It's just a nice, even, just like that. Okay, and then this is a sit-stand desk. I got the crank. Why did I get the crank? Because number one, I've heard it's more reliable. The motorized ones can tend to break. Also, it was cheaper, like by $150, $200. And it forces me to stop and move something and be patient. It forces me to slow down, and that's something that very easily gets lost in the day and age of just trying to get so much done all the time. It forces me to stop and do this one more thing. And there's definitely a balance there. Like I'm not Amish by any means, and I don't think that technology is bad. I loved tech ever since I was a little kid and have grown up with it. But I don't think that it needs to be destroyed or gotten rid of. I think that we need to learn how to balance it and use it in alignment with the natural design of the human body. Otherwise, we're going to be in a not so good place in 10 years as a world. So don't be deceived by the crank. I also have a computer here. I also have, all the things, all the technology things and wearable devices and whatnot. So just a little bit of my philosophy and the way I think about tech and health. Also, I've got a little altar back here. I think that's one of the things that's really important for just life in general, is having some kind of relationship to the cosmic whole that we are a part of, whatever way you conceive of that, whether it's talking about God or the universe or the unified field of consciousness, whatever it is, I find that very important. And so there's a space for that in my space. And I wanted to have a conversation just about the kind of relationship that I want to create with you, the person watching this video. Like, thank you for watching. I'm really committed to having an open back and forth communication with you. So, because ultimately I built, so a little my story, right? So I worked in tech in Silicon Valley in 2016. I graduated from college, went right into the solar tech sector, and worked for a little while, got promoted, tried to start a business, failed, went back to solar, worked a little more. And in part of those stints working, I really had horrible back pain. I went from being, training at the Division I college basketball level, and then started sitting at a desk for long hours. And then that just took a toll on my body. And now it's not that I don't sit anymore, but I really committed my life to sharing with you, with the world, how we can live with technology and not have it destroy us and destroy our bodies and our health. Because that's kind of the way that it's going for most people right now. And I'm really not committed that it go that way. And I'm really committed that people get to have it all in life. Like, there is a way. Like, yeah, sacrifices have to be made in life. You've got to choose, how you live. You can't be everywhere at once. But I'm really committed that everybody gets to have health. And if you have to work at a desk, that doesn't have to consume your vitality. It doesn't have to mean you have back pain and neck pain and your shoulder hurts and you have bad posture and you can't do the things that you love in the world. That's why I started my business and really dove full-time into it right at the start of the pandemic. And now it's been running for a couple of years. It's starting to grow, and I'm really committed that as it grows, it's built for you. It's built for the person watching this video. It's built for if you're working at a desk, and just it's how can I be of service to you? That's the kind of thing that I want to know. And I bring a background of all kinds of athletic knowledge and physical training, personal training knowledge, nutrition, all the different things, and healing. I studied medical Qigong for a while. So it's like I bring a lot of different gifts that I think aren't really present in tech and in the world of we need to bang stuff out and build things and work long hours to create products, right? Like the business world, so to speak. And so that's really what I'm committed to doing, is creating ways of living that are that can work, that create health and vitality of the user using the lifestyle system. That's really what it is that I teach. And so you can bring that into your life and use it to create vitality, regardless of how many hours you work at a desk, regardless of how much you travel. You can be in amazing shape and have a body that feels amazing and lives, and then you can live a long time. You can have mobile joints and strong, capable limbs, and that translates into the work you do, because when your body's taken care of, you're not going to be pulled away from your work by pain and tension and all the things that, when your body's not right, it's like it's reducing your processing power, if you will, of your brain, of your mind, of your spirit. So that's really why I do what I do. And again, I'm committed to keeping this fun and light. And yeah, sometimes I'm going to talk about things and go nerd out, but like, I want to keep it real and keep it light and keep it fun. That's one of the things that I find really has helped me get through life, is like, if you got to be able to laugh at stuff and make light of yourself, especially. So that's why I got this whiskey here, So yeah, I'm really committed that this is a place where you can tell me things directly. You can message me, you can say, hey, Thomas, blah, 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 blah. I think you should do this, don't do this. Like, whatever your feedback is, I really appreciate it. I'm not always gonna listen, but I really do appreciate having a connection to the people that I serve, to you. And even if you're not someone I serve, but you're a friend, you're just a homie and you wanna see what's up, this is what the life looks like right now. So yeah, thanks for stopping in for a little bit and checking it out. And I'll see you around.